Hello, this is Dave Snape, and I am the author of this book, What You Should Know About Gum Disease. Today, I want to talk about cracked and broken teeth. And what I'm not talking about traumatized teeth where someone fell and broke their teeth or got hit and broke their teeth. What I'm talking about, and I'm going to relate a story about a friend of mine. He's probably in his mid 40s. Um, and one day he just happened to be eating something, it bit down, and his uh, one of his molars on the bottom cracked and broke. And he had to go and get it taken care of. I think he had a crown put on, um, or perhaps he had to have it removed and have a implant installed. I'm not sure what ended up happening in that case. But what struck me is that he told me about this situation, and it dawned on me that it's not normal. It, of course, obviously, it's not normal for you to bite down on some food and for your tooth to crack and break. The teeth are designed to be hard. So, what happened here? And I'm going to theorize and I'm going to speculate a little bit, and there might be people that will argue with me, but what I am going to suggest is something that applies to all of us and I think is very important. And that's the concept of the pH in your mouth and the damage it can do over time. You see, my friend drank a lot of coffee. I know that because I watched him do it. We worked together, and he would drink a lot of coffee, as would many other people at work. The problem over time, and there's nothing wrong with drinking coffee. I'm certainly not against that. But what I am saying is that what we need to pay attention to is the pH balance in our mouth. The pH balance is very important because when your mouth is acidic, your saliva can't do its natural job, which is to help the teeth re-enamelize. That means calcium and phosphate goes back in the teeth, making the enamel stronger again, then the tooth stronger. However, what happens when your mouth is acidic, when you're constantly eating acidic drinks, soda pop, perhaps coffee, um, then you are building up an acidic situation in your mouth, and your saliva is not able to do its job because it's just like basic chemistry. If you've got an acidic environment, you're pulling calcium and phosphate out of the tooth instead of putting it in. And if you're doing that all day long on a repetitive basis, over time you're going to weaken the structure of the tooth. Now, at this point, maybe a light bulb's going on with you, and you're thinking, you know what, maybe this is the reason why so many people are facing expensive dental treatments and tooth repairs. And in my opinion, you would be correct to have that assumption. Uh, it, it, when you think about it, our teeth are designed to be strong. I mean, it was made that way by whatever intelligence, whether you believe in a overall intelligence that rules the universe or not. It's irregardless. Whenever you think about it, you have to comprehend the idea that our teeth were designed to be strong. So over time, we weaken it with all these things that we do. But what kind of things can we do to make our teeth strong again? And this is exactly what I talk about in this book, the concept of pH balance and what kind of things you can do after a snack or a meal or a cup of coffee to rebalance that pH in your mouth, and therefore when you have a higher pH, you're able to drive, your saliva is naturally able to get that calcium and phosphate back into the tooth. This process again is called re-enamelization or remineralization. Um, and this is a very important concept, and I think people need to know it. And if you're at all concerned about your dental health, I think you really need to pay attention to this. It's something that is not talked about. It's something that even your dentist probably hasn't told you about, but I really, really would prefer not to see people bite down on food one day and suddenly crack their teeth and face expensive repairs or perhaps tooth extraction. We all want to avoid that. We want to keep our teeth healthy for our lifetime. And even aside from the topic of this book, I mean, I cover these things in the book, but just the concept of gum disease alone, I've talked to so many people that say, oh, my gums are great. I don't have gum disease. But the reality is up to 75% of people right now have gum disease, and I'm not making that number up. You can go to any dentist or hygienist and they will tell you that yeah, that's true. And so many people have this problem, and it's worth you paying attention to because there are a tremendous amount of people that believe they don't have gum disease when they really do. And this is important, I think, for people to know this. You want to keep your teeth healthy for your life because gum disease is the #1 cause of tooth loss. You want to keep your gums and your teeth healthy, so it's so vitally important to do that. And I hope that I'll tell you what, if you have any questions about this, go ahead and comment on this video, um, particularly on YouTube, and I will attempt to respond to those. I don't always check that often, but go ahead and leave your comments. I appreciate your time. Thanks. Bye bye.